Hey, what's going on, guys? So I want to encourage you guys today. There's a lot of different things going on right now, a lot of current events from, a lot of the medical COVID stuff to the government stuff, a lot of social justice movements, and just a lot of heartbreaking things are happening right now. And a lot of people are discouraged and they are weak and they've just kind of given up. And as I've just been reflecting on this week, and it's Passion Week, Good Friday and Easter is coming up, and I'm just being reminded of who Jesus is, to me and to all of us in this situation, and so many of us we're forgetting. And I just want to encourage you guys with this, because there are many people that are still walking and walking in light, and they're still walking with the Lord, but there are many people that have just given up, thrown in the towel, and they've just even fallen away from the faith, right? And they've been pointing fingers and saying different things to people, and in some way, I don't blame them, right? From all the things that are going on, the darkness that's coming out, and that more and more people are realizing how the wicked people of the earth are just kind of turning against the Lord. And if you follow anything of any current event or any news, you would know that it is bad. It's getting worse and all that. And I know that I've been saying that God is using this time to test people, to give them a tribulation or a trial to speak. And I really believe that it will get better, and it will be a time of great grace and blessing for those that stick with him and stick near him. And that's what I want to just bless you guys with today and encourage you guys with. I've said this before, but those that are walking with him and walking closely with him, I think those people will truly be comforted. They will be taken to a level of just peace and comfort that you've never experienced before. And even now, I have so much peace and so much comfort. And even in my situation, whether you want to say the public awareness of who I am, if you want to say that I've lost a lot of different things, right? I've lost a lot of people. I've lost a lot of, whatever it is you want to say it in terms of an earthly perspective. I still have Jesus and I still have him. And every time I have any temptation or thought of discouragement, the first thing I do is I get on my knees and I go back to him, and it's just been the greatest thing. And I just want to encourage you guys with this passage, because I was coming upon it and just reading it and just being reminded of perspective. And I think a lot of us are forgetting the perspective, just like how the Israelites forgot perspective when they were delivered from the Egyptians and they were moving through the desert. A lot of them fell away, a lot of them forgot. And as easy as it was to witness a miracle in the Red Sea's parting, they soon forgot. And a lot of us, we're forgetting what happened, what God has given us, counting our blessings, just the promises that he's given us, and we're just giving up and throwing in the towel. And we're so short-lived in that. We have not much patience, and we don't have that much in us to fight. And I just want to encourage you guys with this passage, and I think it's very good for us just to be reminded again of Christ, because he loves us and he's there for us. And it starts in verse 42, chapter 12 of the book of John. It says, "Nevertheless, even among the rulers, many believed in him, but because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue, for they loved the praise of men more than the praise of God." And just quickly, if you see that there, it's happening now. A lot of us are afraid to speak up. A lot of us want the praise of men. They want credibility. They want, not to be judged. They want to have a clean reputation. They want to have, the love of men, essentially. And they don't confess him. They don't speak up for the truth. They don't do these different things. But there are many that are. And that's what Jesus continues to talk about in verse 44, where he says, "And then Jesus cried out and said, 'He who believes in me believes not in me, but him who sent me. And he who sees me sees him who sent me. I have come as light into the world, that whoever believes in me shall not abide in darkness. And if anyone hears my words and does not believe, I do not judge him, for I did not come to judge the world, but to save the world. He who rejects me and does not receive my words has that which judges him. The word that I have spoken will judge him in the last day. For I have not spoken on my own authority, but the Father who sent me gave me a command that I should say what I should say and what I should speak. And I know that his command is everlasting life. Therefore, whatever I speak, just as the Father has told me, so I speak. And even for Jesus, right, he came here in the authority and what was granted to him from the Lord, and he knew he had a vision, he knew he had a purpose, and he just came to save the world and to reconcile ourselves to God. Only it can be done through Jesus Christ. And even as I reflect on who Jesus is this week, obviously he died and rose again for our sins, and on the third day he rose again. He's not here. Jesus is not here to condemn you. He's not here to forsake you. God doesn't forsake you, but he's here to save you. And the only way we can be saved is really to come before him, to accept him into your heart and to really abide in him. And if you walk in light, and if you walk in the teachings of Christ and the Bible, and if you just believe that God is there and he's with you and he's for you, then all can be well. And as I've said, if you are with him and if you are running to him all the time, every day, I believe that you can have peace and go through these life circumstances, these situations. You'd be protected from harm. You'd be protected from just turmoil and so many things that are striking a lot of people right now. And people are going hectic, right? They're losing, their mind in some sense with all of the, the COVID stuff, a lot of the injustice with the different racial things going on, and just so many different things. A lot of people are discouraged. But if you truly come to him and abide in him, and you walk in light, you don't walk in darkness, and you don't abide in the ways of the world, and you don't succumb to those things, I really believe that you would have comfort, you would have peace, and you would be protected. And that's not to say that a lot of us will go through suffering. A lot of us will go through some difficulty during this time and even into the future. But it is all being done to mold us, to get us closer to him, and so that we can really realize the glory of God, and that we can be sanctified, and we can be refined, and we can be honed in and purified like gold, right? And so take heart, and whatever you're going through, whatever difficulty that you're seeing, you're giving up, you're losing hope, come to him, walk in light, and abide in him. And, if you're meditating on what Christ is, and I'll talk about this, on Friday, but, it's good to be reminded. And I'm just thankful that the Lord is giving me context and perspective, like I mentioned. So, have faith, have hope, and just go right to him. Go right to him, because he will give you that joy and that peace and that desire, right? And so don't be discouraged, guys. It's a message for those that are fighting and you haven't given up, and those that need just some encouragement. So God bless you guys, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.